Good morning to each and everyone. It's just about 11 o'clock on our way to start the game with Guyana and Jamaica. The sixth round of the competition. Guyana, I understand, is 2-3, if I'm correct, I hope. And Jamaica is 4-1. And it's a very bright day today. Good weather for cricket. Should be in the low 70s. And the game is just about to start. I think the batsman of the crease is, I'll give you their name in a couple minutes from now. All I know is the thing is the two US under 25 representative, Sean Riley, and I'm not too sure of the next name, but I'll give you that in a couple of minutes from now. On the first ball of the inning. And he comes and he bowls and plays that one in the slip position. It's Shabir bowling to Ronaldo. And he comes and he bowls, and Ronaldo plays that one in the covers. Still no run. Should be about 5 ball. This could be the last ball of the over. Shabir in to bowl to Ricardo. In he comes and he bowls. And Ricardo swings at that one around the leg. That should be a wide, signal by the umpire. And at the end of the over, Jamaica is won without loss.
Yeah, we pick up action at the Brian Piccolo Park, Jamaica versus Guyana. Jamaica batting as Ali comes up and bowls to Riley full pitch. It's driven straight up to long on for a single. So Riley's off the mark. And Jamaica moves to 2 without loss in the second over. Six round action here. Jamaica coming off last week victory, being victorious over Team USA, and Guyana defeating defending champions Trinidad. Jamaica has a record of 4-1, Guyana with a record of 2-3. Ali, slow, medium, fast coming in from the northern end. And he will be bowling to Ronaldo Francis. Young Ronaldo Francis used to play for Jonathan Grant High School in Jamaica. As Ali comes up and bowls. Driving outside the half stump and being beaten. That one was pitched up, drove at it and missed it. Collected by the keeper, no run. 2 without loss. We're in the second over. As Ali comes up to bowl to Francis. He's in behind it, stroking up pleasantly, mid off. Straight to the fieldsman, no run. Francis circles again as Ali comes up on ball. He's driving that one coming off the outer part of the bat. Beat the man at gully, beat backward point, and they take 2. So Francis is off the mark. Sean Riley wanted a third. But the throw beat the wicket keeper. But at the end of the over, Jamaica is 4 for 2. 4 without loss off 2 overs. Beginning of the third over. Comes Shabir and bowls to Sean, and Sean hit that one high over long on. That's gone for 6. Pitched up. He went underneath it and hit it high over long on for 6. Sean moves to 7. Score moves to 10 without loss Jamaica. We're in the third over. Shabir, right arm, slow medium. From the southern end. It's a long on the fence now as Shabir has bowls and Sean is back stroking it to long on. Mid off. There's no run. 10 without loss. Sean on 7. Sean Riley. As up comes Shabir and bowls to Riley. Full pitch and he's giving that straight. Beast mid off. The long on comes around. The batsman will take 2. So that's 2 runs for Sean. Pleasant drive. Beat the long on. The long on coming around field. Now 12. Sean moves to 9. 12 without loss. Up comes Shabir, the ball to Sean. Comes up, ball to Riley, outside the off stump. Batsman leaves it alone. Get it by the wicket keeper. 12 without loss. Shabir, short man in stature comes up, bowls to Riley. Pitched up and Riley driving, taking the outer part of the bat, beat the backward point. This might run away for 4. No, it won't. Batsman take a comfortable 2. Riley moves on to 11. Score is 14 without loss. Riley driving up that one, taking the outer part of the bat. Batsman now comes over the wicket and he bowls. Riley's forward, stroking it to mid wicket. There's no run. End of the third over. Jamaica 14 without loss. Here at the beginning of the 14th over, it's Mushtaq Ali coming from the north. He'll be bowling to
4th over.
Ronaldo Francis. Up comes Mushtaq and Francis is in behind it. Comfortably in behind it. Stroke it back to Mushtaq Ali. Slow, medium. Comes up and bowls to Riley. To Francis, he's stroking that one into the covers. Getting a run there. Score remains 14 without loss Jamaica. Mushtaq Ali to Ronaldo Francis comes up bowls. Francis is driving, get a single as he strokes it up the middle. Fieldsman coming at a throw at the stump, misses. But in any case, Francis would have been safely home. That's now 15 without loss. We're in the 4th over. Being bowled by Mushtaq Ali. He's now going to bowl to Sean Riley. Comes up, bowls to Riley. Riley's forward. Man from straightish mid wicket. Moves in on field. Renton. Batsman from getting a single. Halley to bowl to Riley. Bowls. It's on the pad. That one is taking that first slip. Riley seemed to play inside the line of that one. Taking on the pad. And taking in the slips. Up comes Halley. Bowls. Down the leg side. He's bowled. Bowled around his leg. He came inside to turn it and missed completely, and had his leg stump knocked back. Jamaica have lost their first wicket at 15 for 1 in the 4th over. Sean Riley being bowled by Mushtaq Ali for 11.
Going.
Turn it on now.
No, it's on it.
Jamaica have just lost their second wicket in consecutive balls. As Ronaldo Francis went driving to that one from Shabir outside the off stump and hit it straight to point, and he's out. So Jamaica is 15 for 2. Ronaldo Francis going for 3. Sean Riley previously has gone for 11. Score is 15 for 2. Jamaica seems to be in a bit of trouble there. That's tight bowling by the Guyanese. Really pegged the Jamaicans back. And this will bring in skipper Mark Soupon Johnson, the partner Valentino Ventura, who came in at the fall of Riley's wicket. So a lot will depend on the skipper and the vice captain to try and repair the damage being done here by Guyanese steady, slow, medium attack. The left-handed batsman Mark Johnson taking his guard from umpire Dyer. Skipper of the Jamaican team. He's at the wicket, seeing his side sliding to a bit of trouble here. 15 for 2, we're in the 5th over. Shabir coming in from the southern end. There's 2 slip, a backward point. Cover, short mid off, a long off. Backward square on the leg side on the boundary and mid wicket. And Halley going to square leg. So Shabir comes up, the ball to Johnson, comes up ball. Forward goes Johnson. Seems to take the pad there. And goes out on the offside. The second slip comes up. Fields. The ball is back with Shabir. He comes in slow medium. Comes up, bowls. This one is driven up by Johnson, taking on a bounce by the bowler. No run. Jamaica 15 for 2. We have lost both openers, Sean Riley and Ronaldo Francis. Shabir comes up, bowls to Johnson, is in behind him. And gets a quick single here. Plays it up. The man of the cover was slow to react. Johnson And Ventura sees the opportunity to take a single. So Johnson is off the mark, 16 for 2. This brings Ventura up to take strike. We're taking his first ball. Shabir is coming over the wicket. 2 slip, backward point cover, mid off, long on, mid wicket, square leg, and a backward square leg as he comes up on board. Ventura is forward, taking on a pad. Ball hitting him outside the off stump. No appeal from any other players. Steady ball in here by the pedestrian pace attack of the Guyanese. Shabir comes up balls, quick cover one there. I think that is the quickest ball he has bowled. He was stroking up to mid off, no run. So after 5 over, Jamaica is 16 for 2. Ventura not yet off the mark. And Johnson 1 with not out batsman. The beginning of the 6th over, it's Mushtaq Ali to bowl to skipper Mark Johnson balls, pitched up and Pleasant driven up to mid off by Johnson. Pleasant looking shot there, get to the pitch, stroked it to mid off. There's no run, there's adjustment in the field now. It's a slip, backward point, cover, mid off, a wide extra cover on the boundary as Mushtaq Ali bowls outside the off stump. Signal wide by umpire Lynn. Tunnels wide outside the off stump. Johnson shoulder his arms and let it go through. So he has 2 men on the onside. As Halley comes up on bowl to Johnson. In Guyana. Good delivery there. Johnson comes forward. No bother. Just plays it back. As up comes Halley, that's on balls, and he's hit on the pad. Don't seem to be going down the leg side. Johnson leaning over the off stump, taking on the pad. As Mushtaq Ali comes up and bowls to Johnson. Forward goes Johnson. Good delivery again there by Mushtaq. Next dot ball goes in the book as Johnson plays it back along the wicket. Halley comes up, bowls to Johnson. He's driven that one up in the air, just clears the man at extra cover. The batsman will take a single. A loose looking shot there by Johnson. The ball was pitched up, went for the drive, and just cleared the man at extra cover. He moves to 2, and the score is now 17 for 2. Brings Valentino Ventura on the strike. He's yet to get off the mark. There's a slip, a backward point, extra cover as up comes Ali Bowles to Ventura. That one is taken on the pad, appeal from the bowler. The man from backward point comes around and field, no run. So the end of 6 over, Jamaica 17 for 2. Mark Johnson done 2, and Ventura not it off the mark. It's Shabir coming in from the southern end to bowl to Johnson. Up he comes, bowls. Johnson is stroking that in the air, wide off, mid off, long on, running around the batsman, take 1. He feels it just inside the boundary. They come back for 2. Hoppish shot again there by skipper Johnson. They cleared the man that it was much straight. They cleared him mid off. They take 2.
You know now, Soup.
He moves
Your
to
partner.
4. The score goes up to 19. Shabir comes up and ball. Johnson is given again in the air this time. Just 1 bounce. This one, the fieldsman come in a little straighter.
You wouldn't catch it anyhow.
1 bounce in front of him. Skipper Johnson needs to be much tighter in the stroke play. Shabir comes up, bowl, and Johnson is playing that one coming off the edge of the bat. The second slip, all along the ground, no run. Johnson, not his fluent self here. Shabir comes up to ball to Johnson, comes in ball. Johnson can choking not comfortable to get a single. Was in the air a bit. And he take a easy single, he moves to 5, score to 20.
I love when you have video, you think,
Without 2.
you see,
For 2.
but you zoom it in and then straight up. You see a ball around you. Yeah, this is a big thing, yeah. You can't spread out. No, you can't spread out. It's not when you pick up so much.
Tabir to ball to Ventura, comes up post. Wide outside the off stump. Signal wide by umpire there. Scores go to 21. 21 for 2. Shabir to ball to Ventura, comes up post. Ventura in behind it, and we take a quick single. As that one was played softly in the offside, keeper has to give chase. So Ventura is off the mark. And the score is 22 for 2. Ventura getting off the mark with that single. Keeper Johnson is on 5. Score 21 for 2. Up comes Shabir, goes to Johnson. Stroking that into the cover. Let's cover comes the run and field, no run. So after 7 over, Jamaica is 21 for 2. Picking up the 8 over is Mushtaq Ali, the ball to Ventura, and he's flicking that one straightish mid wicket. No run. Jamaica 22 for 2. With Ali balls and Ventura in behind it, coming forward and stroke it easily into the covers. No run. He's on 1. Mushtaq Ali, the ball wide outside the off stump. Signal wide by umpire length. Score is now 23.
22.
Comes up on balls. Ventura's driving it straight past the bowler. Then mid-off comes around and fields, and there's no run. Mushtaq Ali did pick up the wicket of Sean Riley. He bowled behind his leg. He comes in again, and Ventura's picking this one to mid-wicket. There's a hesitation here. Now that one hit the wicket. It will be curtains for Ventura, but because of the overthrow, that's going to come back for 2. Just 1 overthrow from that. It's 2 for Ventura. Do you understand why he didn't go turn for a second overthrow?
2.
Scoring almost a 20.
All right.
25 for 2. Ventura moves to 3. It's Ali. Very slow medium fast as it comes up and bowls. This one is hit straight down the ground. The long on comes off the boundary and fields. It's a single there to Ventura. He moves to 4. Score to 26 for 2. We're in the 8th over. Then skipper Mark Johnson, left-handed striker. Both batsmen are on 5. There's some adjustment we made to the field by Mushtaq. There's a slipper backward point, short mid-off, extra cover on the boundary, now wide mid-off on the boundary. He comes up the ball, the Mark Johnson ball is pitched up and he's driven straight to the wideish mid-wicket. No run. So at the end of 8 over, Jamaica is 25 for 2. The beginning of the 9th over, is Shabir bowling to Valentino Ventura on 5. He comes up on ball, pitched up and is driven. He's a single. As the man from the long on boundary moves in, just inside the circle. It's now 26 for 2. Ventura moving on to 6. Now brings Johnson on strike. He's on 5. Shabir facing his field as he's about ready to bowl to Mark Johnson. Up comes Shabir. Bowls to Johnson. Turn this one off the pad. The man at the short fan leg. Fields. There's no run. A slip. Short third man. Point. Cover mid off. Long on. Mid wicket. Short fan leg. And a deep square leg. So up comes Shabir. The ball. The Johnson comes up ball. Johnson's one beats him from our vantage point. We couldn't tell what happened. Ball has gone to the boundary and it's 4 byes. Once he didn't get off the turf, he came forward, beat the batsman but beat the keeper also, and it's 4 byes. And the score goes up to 30. 30 for 2 Jamaica. Winning the toss and deciding to bat. They have lost. Sean Riley bowled by Mushtaq for 11 and Francis being out caught at point of Shabir for 3. So from Shabir to bowl, to Johnson comes up bowl, pitched up and Johnson stroking it off the legs. The mid-off moves around a mid-on position, the batsman taking an easy single. So 31 for 2, both batsmen on 6. So Ventura. 2 slips. So Shabir comes up the ball, comes in both, Ventura is forward, taking the inside part of the bat. The mid wicket, run around and field, and there's no run. 2 slips. In this type of cricket, you wonder why there's 2 slips. There's no movement, no deviation from the ball. I think it's a waste having a second slip. Shabir comes up the ball to Ventura, comes in board, pitched up, given the Hoppish and he's out caught. He drove at that one Hoppish and hit it straight to mid-off and Ventura goes caught at mid-off of the bowling of Shabir for 6 and Jamaica sink further into trouble at 31 for 3.
Let me dry him up and that's it.
We're at the beginning of the 10th over. To be bowled by Mushtaq Ali. Jamaica sunk a bit deeper in the mud here. They are 31 for 3. Just last, Ventura caught at mid-off, driving loosely to Shabir. As Mushtaq comes up and bowls to Skipper Johnson outside the off stump. He's in behind it and will take a quick single. Good call there by Ken Wright, incoming batsman, as that one was choked softly inside the cover. Man couldn't prevent the single. So Johnson moves up to 7. Jamaica is 32 for 2. Indecisive batting by the Jamaica team batsmen that went out. They played shots which were ill-advised. As a result, Jamaica is 32 for 3 and brings Ken Wright. As up comes Mushtaq and Wright is forward, taking on a pad. Keeper comes around and field and there's no run. These slow, medium, fast bowlers have put a stranglehold on the Jamaican batting here. It's Wright. Faces up to Halley. This one is pitched up and hitting it. It's Hoppish, but it's wide off mid wicket and they will take 2. The backward square comes around and field. So Wright is off the mark. He's 2. It's 34 for 3. All being hit Hoppish in the mid wicket region, but well clear of the fieldsman and wide of the fieldsman. Wright attacking batsman by nature. You see how he copes with this slow, steady attack. As up comes Mushtaq, goes to Wright, down the leg side. But Johnson wants a single there, but turned back by Wright. No run. It was a call there It was Johnson's call. He made the call. And Wright refused the call. Johnson was halfway down the track coming and had to draw his brakes and find back his creek. As up comes Mushtaq again to bowl to Wright. He sits on the pad as he comes forward. Mid-wicket moves in very quickly. All right. 34 for 3 Jamaica. Winning the toss and electing to bat. The spot a border here by steady, medium stuff bowling by the Guyanese. Up comes Ali Bowles to Ken Wright and he's driving pleasantly. Beats the man coming in wide of mid-off. They've gone for 2 and they will come back for 3. That's well run there by the Jamaicans. And they might get a 4th here as Ali took the ball, hit the wicket unnecessarily. The result of that, the ball went down to long on and the batsman come back. So it ended up being 4 runs there too. Right, he moves to 6 and the score goes to 37 for 3 Jamaica at the end of 10 overs. Beginning of the 11th over is Shabir bowling his 6th. Skipper Mark Johnson gets ready to bowl. Up comes Shabir, bowls to Johnson. Forward he comes. Stroke it back along the track. No run. Johnson is on 6. As Shabir comes up also Johnson. He's again forward and we take another quick single. Sensible batting there by Skipper Johnson. Comes forward, take the pace off the ball, which there wasn't much in the first place. And Wright responded. The single was easily taken. Scores 39 for 3 Jamaica. We're in the 11th over. Steady slow stuff here by Guyanese bowlers. Preventing the free stroke playing Jamaicans from getting much shot. This one is pitched up, taken on a pad by Wright as he comes forward. Or pitched up. Wright seemed to be launching himself for a drive. Was down the wrong line as the ball take him on the pad. Comes Shabir again to bowl to Wright. Comes up, pitched up and he's hitting that here bone for a while. On the first bounce it goes to mid-wicket. There's no run. Ball doesn't seem to be coming on to the bat as the Jamaican players would like it. Shabir comes up again to bowl to Wright. Comes and pitched up. He's again hit on the pad and they will take a quick leg by. That's good run in there by the Jamaicans. Comes forward, taken on the pad, and Johnson made a quick call. The single was easily taken. So it's now 40 for 3 Jamaica. Batting first. The Skipper Johnson won the toss. He's on 7. Wright is on 6. As up comes Shabir Bowles. Stroking that one easily. Straight to short extra cover. No run. At the end of the over. 11 over. Jamaica are 40 for 3. Skipper Mark Johnson on 7. And Ken Wright on 6. You have Shabir. You have Mushtaq Ali coming in from the northern end, coming up with the 6th over. Steady medium play. Pace stuff. Very, very slow. We're bowling to Ken Wright. Score 40 for 2 as he up comes and bowls and Wright is driving. Beats the man that takes a cover. This might go away. Batsman will take 1. Will it reach the boundary? It does. And that's 4 runs. Pleasant shot there by Wright. Comes forward, stroke it. Straight through the legs of the man at extra cover. He moves to 10. The score goes to 44 for 3. Pleasant shot by Ken Wright. Ball pitched up on the front foot and driving it pleasantly. A sloppy fielding by the man at short extra cover, allowing that one to get through him. The man coming off from the mid-off boundary couldn't prevent it from going to 4. Ken Wright is on 10 as he faces up to Mushtaq. Goes. And he's bowled him. He went to flick that on the onside. Ball taking the pad and onto the stump. And Ken Wright goes. Bowled by Mushtaq Ali, and Jamaica has sunk further into the disaster here. They are now 44 for 4. Ken Wright being bowled there by Mushtaq Ali. Jamaica 44 for 4.
Yeah.
Incoming batsman Shane Ford, former Jamaica wicketkeeper, presented Jamaica in the Caribbean Red Stripe Cup competition several years out of St. Elizabeth Technical High School in St. Elizabeth, Santa Cruz. Place of the Melbourne Cricket Club, Derrimore Road in Kingston. Comes to the wicket, seaside at 44 for 4. He's preparing to take strike from Halley, was taking 2 wickets, so was Shabir. Steady stuff by these 2 opening bowlers for Guyana as up he comes and bowls down the leg side. Down the leg side, ball signal wide by umpire Lynn. Keeper taking the bails off. Shane Ford is well anchored. Jamaica moves to 45 for 4. Experienced player is Shane Ford. I think he has a couple of 50s under his belt, batting low. The Jamaican team. Up he comes on the 20 wide and he's launching himself for a big drive. Changed his mind at the last moment. And just tapped it into the covers. There's no way. I think he batted 8 on the Jamaica team in the Caribbean Red Stripe competition. So up comes and he's in behind this one. Technique seemed to be correct there. He gets right in behind it. Bowler feels no run. But we need sensible batting here by Shane Ford and skipper Mark Johnson. Up comes Mushtaq again, bowls. He's back and he's stroking this one. He gets off the mark. He beats the point at the extra cover. He sit well in the gap. Extra cover moves around and field and Shane Ford is off the mark. Jamaica moves to 46 for 4. Brings skipper Mark Johnson. He's on 7. Coming off 50-odd knock last week against Team USA. He opens for the USA team in ICC cricket tournament recently. As up comes Ali Bowl and he's pleasant to stroke in. We'll take a single again. This one goes to the left of the man-off point. He moves around and field. He couldn't prevent Johnson getting a single. He moves to 8 and the score moves to 47 for 4 Jamaica. Batting first at the end of the 13th over. Alright, so beginning of the 13th over here. Jamaica 47 for 4. It's Shabir will be bowling to skipper Mark Johnson. He comes up and bowl. Johnson's in behind it. Choking it to a short extra cover fields, man. There's no run. Shabir in his 7th over. Steady stuff. So far I've picked up 2 wickets that are Francis and Ventura. He comes up and bowls to Johnson ball. Johnson's driving uppish in the air, but it will clear. The man that's at the cover mid off is running around to take 1. They come back for an easy 2. He moves to 9. Score to 49. And this one has beat over the keeper's head. The man backing up nonchalantly went for it. And it went between his wickets, between his legs, and allow Johnson to get the next single. So he got 3 for that. The score is 50 now. Jamaica 50 up, but they have lost 4 wickets. We're in the 13th over. Another uppy shot played by skipper Mark Johnson. Doesn't seem to be timing as he would. Most of his shot are airborne for a while.
Yeah.
But he's still there. He's on 10. Shane Ford faces up. Shabir bowls. Full pitch and it's driven pleasantly. Good stop by the man that takes a cover. But couldn't prevent the single. He dives and stopped it. Parried the ball to the man at point.
Jamaica.
So it's now 51
And lose
for 4 Jamaica. Shane Ford moves to 2. Skipper Matt Johnson's on 10. Comes into strike.
Yeah.
Just short third man, point. Cover. Extra cover, mid off, mid on, mid wicket, back with a square. As this one is driven straight by Johnson. Good stop by the bowler. Shabir, there is no run. On the leg side there's a back with a point. Deep, it's a deep square leg. Mid wicket and a long run. As up comes Shabir again to bowl to Johnson. Pitched up. Johnson is taking on a pad and they would take a quick leg by there. There's a good throw there. Man coming in, hitting the wicket, but Johnson was safely home.
Yo, 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 yo!
There was no run.
What?
Return comes in from the man
You
moving
want
in
it?
from the point region, but Johnson was home. It's now 52 for 4 Jamaica. Don't remember if a signal came in from the umpire for the leg by. It was the leg by a run. But they bring Shane Ford up. Around the wicket comes Shabir. Ford is forward. The man moves in from back of the point field. There's no run, so the end of the 13th over. Jamaica batting first. 52 for 4. This one is driven up straight by Johnson, beats the bowler, beats the long off, and the batsman comes back for 2. Johnson moves to 30. And the score goes up to 53. 53 Jamaica for 4. As Mushtaq Ali moves in with the 7th consecutive over. Johnson circles as Mushtaq comes up. Bowls. Johnson short. He's in behind it, wanting a single, but turned back by Shane Ford. Wise decision there by Ford. Johnson played it, but the bowler moves smartly to his left and picks up. Johnson was sent back there by Ford. He's on 13 as up comes Mushtaq. Bowls to Johnson. Johnson is swinging this one. True, mid off and mid on. Mid off and mid wicket. And the batsman will take 3 runs. Ball was pitched up and Johnson swung it between mid wicket and mid on. Batsman take 3. He moves to 16. And the score moves up to 56. 56 for 4 Jamaica. This one is short and Ford is back. He's hooking it straight to backward point. Go around. Shane Ford is due for a big innings here. Hasn't made much in the 40 over classic here. Previous 5 games. As up comes Mushtaq bowls. Ford is forward, taking on a pad. There's an appeal by bowler and wicketkeeper. Not out says umpire Lynn. Festus Lynn standing up at the northern end. As up comes Mushtaq bowls. Ford seems to be going to drive that one. Changes his mind at the last moment. Choked it in the offside, no run. At the end of 14 over, Jamaica is 57 for the loss of 4 wickets. Up comes Shabir to bowl. Johnson comes up bowl. On the leg side, and he's playing it. Mid wicket can't prevent a single. Johnson moves up to 17. Jamaica moves to 58. 58 for 4 Jamaica. Being pegged back by steady slow, medium pace stuff by the Guyanese. Things chain forward up. Up comes Shabir balls. Driving presently is forward. Eat the extra cover. So mid off comes around. He's a single to fourth. He moves to 3. Score 59. 59 Jamaica. For 4. We're in the 15th over. These two have a repairing job to be done here. Now comes Shabir to bowl. Bowls. Johnson's in behind it. Comes in forward. Bat and pad close together. Then back along the track to Shabir. $59 for 2.
No Lamberta.
Up comes Shabir bowls for Johnson. Back. Playing it. And from mid wicket moves straight on field. There's no run. 59.
Watch your foot there. Watch your back on it.
59 for 4 Jamaica. We're in the 15th over. Shabir bowls. Johnson ball, pitched up. Driven back along the wicket to Shabir field.
You know why Superman made no runs? You see where the batter come from? Now look where the batter come from. You look where the bat come down.
59. Up comes Shabir to ball to Johnson ball. Ball pitch and he's stroking the top of the pad. Yorker length delivery, dipping at the last moment. So good over there by
59.
Shabir at the end of his spell. Picked up 2 wickets. The end of 15 over, Jamaica is 59 for 4. So it's Mushtaq Ali to finish his spell.
So let me dip on the field.
Oh, so
59.
we supposed to do?
You're supposed to be behind me, yeah.
Keep so running over to them country. Two cricket feet that match and see.
Yeah,
Them supposed to use this.
yeah.
But for some reason them not use it.
Move it. Shade.
Stop it.
Look, notice how this out, the corner man.
Rafiq. Rafiq.
Bring it up one, two.
Change of ball in here. It's Masood Mohammed, left arm spinner in between the wicket and the umpire. Dyer. The ball into Johnson with Jamaica at 63. 63 for 4. We're on the 17th over. Shabir has finishes 8, so has Mushtaq Ali. As up comes Mohammed ball slow. Swept around on the leg side there by Johnson. The ball goes towards the long leg boundary, but the batsman take 2 easy single. A favourite shot that of skipper Johnson. Didn't play it with much success last week, but first up this week goes onto it and he got 2. As up comes Mohammed bowls and he again sweep. That's one lobbed in the air just in front of the man from long leg. It's a single to Johnson. Score moves to 55. 65. Jamaica, we're in the 17th over. Masood Mohammed, left arm spinner. In between the umpire and the stump, comes up the ball to Shane Ford, fly to deliverance. Forward comes Ford, bat and pad close together. No run. Masood Mohammed, USA representative, flights this one on 4 drives, beats him on the onside of the track, and we get a single. So the score moves up to 66. Masood Mohammed represent the USA in ICC competitions. Seems to be a useful left arm spinner. So a very good batsman as well. He comes in between the umpires and both of Johnson forward, stroking it on the offside. Shane Ford's want to run. A turn back by Johnson. So after 17th over, after the conclusion of the 17th over, the score is 66. 66 for Jamaica. Another then is Faisal Sharif, right arm medium fast. As he comes up the ball, Shane Ford pitched up and is driven through the covers by Ford. Won't reach the boundary, but the batsman will get 2, possible 3. They turn for 2, and they're satisfied with that. The throw comes in right alongside the stump. So there's 2 there for Shane Ford. Score is 68. Pleasant shot there by Shane Ford. Pitched up on wide outside the off stump and Tyson the drive. Sharif comes up to bowl again to Ford. Comes up bowls. Pitched up again and Ford is hitting this one on the onside this time, but can't beat the long on. Not the long on, the mid on. There's a short mid on there. As up comes Sharif again, both of Ford and Ford beats him this no. Straight to him again. Interesting field placement there by the Guyanese. They have a man short, long on, and there's a straightish long on the boundary. As up comes Sharif again to bowl. To Ford comes up bowl. Ford is forward. Something to come off the pad as they take a quick single. Pushing out to it is Ford. It seemed to get contact on it. He gets a single. The score moves up to 69 Jamaica for 4. And the 18th over here. Sharif bowling to skipper Mark Johnson. Prepares to take strike. Up comes Sharif from another and then comes up. Bowls pitched up and choke off the legs there by Johnson. We take 2 as the long on comes in. Couldn't prevent the second. Score is now 80 and 70. Jamaica 70 for 4. Alright, Johnson appears again to face Sharif Bowles. Pitched up on the pad and he's stroking it again to long on, but it'll only be a single this time. It goes straight to the fieldsman. So at the end of the 18th over, Jamaica is 71 for 4, batting first. Beginning of the 19th over, Mohammed comes and bowls to Johnson, forward. Ball comes off the patch just on the onside. Mohammed in between the umpire and the stump. Comes up the ball. Mark Johnson bowls. Flight to delivery and Johnson is swinging this one. It's in the here. The man coming in off the boundary. Will he takes a catch? Yes, he does. And Mark Johnson is out. Caught in a deep square leg boundary, going for his favorite sweep shot there again. Taking the top edge. The man comes off the boundary, taking a easy catch in the end. Jamaica here in the 19th over. 71 for 5. So Mark Johnson just holding out to the man. The deep backward square leg boundary of left arm spinner. Mohammed. Jamaica is 71 for 5. In deep trouble here. Hold up a sheriff in our place. Up comes Mohammed balls. Forward goes Shane Ford, choking it. Breaks the cover, no run. Mark Johnson was out caught by Sharif and back with a square boundary. They make it 71 for 5. As Mohammed comes in between the umpire and the stump. Light it again and Shane Ford uses his feet. Drive, pleasant shot. Down to long on. The man comes off the boundary. Single here to Ford. And he goes on to exact total. We do not know. But it brings Damian Wellington, who replaces the skipper. Right-handed batsman comes up. That one from Mohammed is down the leg side, signal out wide by the umpire. As Damian Wellington, the right-handed batsman, played at it down the leg side and missed. Wellington circles Mohammed in between the umpire and the stump, comes up. Flighted delivery. Forward comes Wellington. Plays softly. Bowler, a twist is followed through, picked up, no runs. Are given generous flight here by Mohammed. Comes up again and bowls. The next flighted one outside the off stump. Forward goes Wellington. Ball spinner across the bat. At the end of 19 over, Jamaica is 72 for 5. Up comes Sharif, the ball to Shane Ford. Comes up bowls outside the off stump. Man that goes through, taken by the wicket keeper. No runs. Jamaica is 72 for 5. Losing wickets at regular intervals there. Up comes Sharif, the ball to Ford. Bowls. Ford down the leg side. Swept at it, missed. Signal comes from umpire Lynn. Jamaica goes to 73 for 5. Coming up to the midway point, the Jamaican innings, the 20th over. Sharif comes up the ball to Shane Ford. Comes on ball, pitched up, and Ford is driving straight, too straight to be exact, as it hit the middle stump out of the ground. That prevented runs there for Shane Ford, at least one. Ball pitched up, he stroked it pleasantly back up the wicket and hit the middle stump flush out of the ground. Sharif, the top of his mark, trying to hit Shane Ford middle stump out of the ground. He's top of his mark, comes in again, the ball to Ford, comes up balls, pitch, full pitch, and is driven mid off. The batsman will take a single. Ford stroke not, and on the run called for the single. Wellington responded. So the score is now 74 Jamaica. 74 for 5. They're halfway in their innings in terms of losing wicket as well. Sharif comes up the ball to Wellington. Forward goes Wellington. Wants a single, but no said for. He played it on the onside. Sharif moves across on the field. Now around 75. Jamaica for 5. Sharif turns from another end and comes into bowl. The Wellington balls. Wellington is back. Hitting it straight to the man at point. No run. Jamaica on the back foot there, but sent on the back foot there by steady bowling by the Guyanese. Up comes Sharif to bowl. So Damian Wellington is forward. easily tapping it back to the bowler. So at the end of the 20th over, the halfway point of the game, Jamaica is 75 for 5. Not on batsmen being Shane Ford and Damien Wellington. They have lost.
And we're back to live cricket after the water break. Still 74 for 5, Jamaica. Shane Ford along with Damon Wellington is at the crease at the moment. That should be a catch, but it was hit very hard by Shane Ford. It was put down by the bowler. You could say it was difficult, but again, this is cricket. Yo, get up and from Sylvan for me. $85 for 5, 22.5 overs. At the end of the 22nd over, Jamaica is 86 for 5.
Medium pace spin bowling. Yeah, man. Sure. Get just 6 hours. We're at the 25th over, Jamaica 94 for 5 as up comes Mohammed Ball, short and forward is pulling. This one pulled, comes a man from the mid wicket, wide mid wicket, can't prevent that going into the boundary. Short delivery above Mohammed, forward is back, pulling. Forward a square on the onside, a man from deep mid wicket ran around, couldn't prevent it from going for 4. Sensible batting here by Shenford. Squares 98. Shane Ford has a lot of experience on playing first class cricket in the Caribbean. Places up to Mohammed Bowles, short again, leads back, stroking it. We'll get a single as it goes down to mid off. Now 99 for 5 Jamaica. Brings Damian Wellington on strike. Mohammed bowling with a backward point, short extra cover. Extra cover on the boundary, long off on the boundary. Not straightish mid off. This one, Wellington plays back along the track to Mohammed. He has a long on, mid wicket, deep mid wicket, and a backward square. This one is fighted, and Johnson is hitting it through the gap. Wellington is hitting that through the gap. I get 2. The one from deep extra cover boundary, run around to the field. And so Jamaica 100 is up. 101 for 5. We're in the 25th over. Mohammed to bowl to Wellington, up he comes ball. Quicker delivery. Wellington is forward, back along the track to Mohammed who field. So at the end of 25 overs, Jamaica 101 for 5. We're in the 26 overs. Sharif continuing from the northern end, right arm, slow medium. He's bowling to Shane Ford. Up he comes ball, pitched up and shown is driving. Beats him on a short extra cover. The mid off comes around to his left, but the batsman will take 2. Ball pitched up and pleasantly driven into the covers by Ford. Jamaica moves to 103 for 5. Ford prepares again to face from Sharif. Up comes Sharif, balls pitched up again, and he's driving this one. We're going to get a single this time. Man from the wideish mid off comes off the boundary. A single. 104 Jamaica. 104 for 5. It brings Damian Wellington on strike. He prepares to face up Sharif. Sharif balls. He's in behind it. A bit late in the shot there. He just tabbed it out on the offside. There's no run. 104 for 5 Jamaica. Sharif is stopped by Lynn, umpire Lynn. It's run up, but here comes again the ball. Poster. Wellington is fucking that one off the pad towards square leg umpire Dwyer. Shabir moves to his left hand field, and there's a single to Damian Wellington. 4 moves up to 105. 105, we're in the 26th over. Sharif bowls to Shane Ford, up he comes bowls. Good delivery there, pitch that moves towards the slip there. Ford watches it go through to the wicket keeper. Shane Ford appears to face to Sharif. Up comes Sharif balls, and he's driving that one. It's in the air, but well short. The man coming off the mid-off boundary. Batsman literally walk a single. The end of the 26th over. Jamaica is 105 for 5. The start of the 27th over. It's Mohammed in between the umpire and the stump balls to 4. Taking another pad as he comes forward. No run. 106 for 5 Jamaica. As Mohammed comes up the ball to Shane for balls. Flatter delivering. Put his back and pulling it to the man coming off the deep mid-wicket boundary. So let's single to 4 there. 107 for 5 Jamaica. Mohammed since been hit for 2 sixes by Shane Ford over long on. He's been bowling much flatter. He comes in to bowl to Wellington. This one more flighted than Wellington is hitting this one, and this one is gone away. Would it be 6 or 4? It's 6. Signal there by umpire Dwyer. It was pitched on the leg, and Wellington swung it over square leg for 6. So the score goes up to 113. 113 for 5 Jamaica. As Mohammed flighted that one, and Wellington swung him away for 6. Up he comes again. This one seems to be a wrong one. The ball from back of the end, and it's driven into short X cover region for a single by Wellington. It's now 114. That one by Mohammed seemed to be a back of the end, the Chinaman. Up he comes in again to bowl to Shane Ford. Bowls. Orthodox deliver this. Pitching and turning away from Ford. Ford stands up. Choke it to extra cover. To Stewart. There's no run. Mohammed again to bowl. To Ford. Short, flatter ball. Good shot by Ford. Well stopped by that backward point. Sharif. It's a high full pitch. And he cut it, but good stop there. And there's no run. So at the end of the 27th over, Jamaica batting first. It's 114 for 5. This one is driven up by Wellington to mid-off. Coming off the boundary. And it's a single. It's 115 Jamaica in the 28th over. And it's Sharif, right arm, slow medium. Coming in from the north, as there's some adjustment being done to the field here. Wicketkeeper going all the way to talk to the man coming off the mid-off boundary. So let's see the field. There's a backward point, a point, short extra cover, mid-off. There's a long on, a wide mid-wicket, a backward square and a square line. That's a field. Now we see the cover been come to a wideish mid-off, and the long off has gone round to a wideish extra cover. As up comes Sharif ball short, and so they sit on the pad. They try to turn it on the leg side. Stifle appeal coming in from the field. Alright. Shane Ford. Batting sensible here. As up comes Sharif again ball. Ford is forward. Put the bat and pad into that one. The man from short extra cover comes in and field. There's no run. Steady stuff here by Sharif. Comes into ball. Ford balls. Wide outside the off stump. Man leave it. Go through to the keeper. No signal from umpire Lynn. No run. 115 for 5 Jamaica. We're in the 28th over. Shane Ford have some movement before the delivery is ball, and then he stroked it straight back up the ground. The long on coming off the boundary. They take one and he picks up cleanly. They couldn't get the second. A lot of movement by Shane Ford before the bowler deliver. Went outside the half stump and came back. A traditional stance. I hit it straight back up the track. They're single. It's 116. 116 for 5 Jamaica. As Wellington faces up to Sharif. He's tickling this one down the fine leg region. Batsman run 1-1-2. They're gonna get 3 for this. As Shabir gives chase and they come back for 3. Delicate shot there by Wellington. Jamaica at the end of the 28th over goes to 120. 120 for 5. The bowling change from the southern end. It's Mohammed, right arm spinner. Goes at 1 to 4, who plays it back, plays it to mid-off. It's Wellington rather. The score is 124 for 5. So up comes Moin and bowls, and he's swinging at that down the leg side. It's on the pad. Stifle appeal coming in from the field, not outside umpire Dyer.
Moin Mohammed. Asim brother.
Okay, it's Moin.
M-O-E-N.
M-O-I-N. Moin Mohammed. Right arm. Comes up the ball to Wellington balls. This one is hit off the pad. Long on coming off the boundary. Forward turn looking for a second. There's no possibility of that being a second. Now 125 for 5 Jamaica. We're in the 29th over. Being bowled by Moin Mohammed. He'll be bowling to Shane Ford. Up he comes, goes to Ford. Ford is sweeping. We'll take a single for that one. It went to the right of the umpire. Fieldsman moves in from mid-wicket and feels that's a single to Shane Ford. Jamaica moves to 126. 126 for 5 as Moin Mohammed comes up the bowl to Damon Wellington bowls. Flat to delivery. Wellington is stroking it and taking a quick single as he played it to the right of the bowler who couldn't prevent him getting a single. It's 127 Jamaica for 5. Steady bowling here by the Guyanese as this one from Mohammed is short and flattered. Shane Ford comes forward, taps it back to the bowler, and at the end of the 29th over, Jamaica 127 for 5. We have a bowling change. Bowler whose name we have not yet ascertained. He's coming in from the northern end. We're bowling right arm over to Wellington. Up he comes, bowls. Wellington is forward, stroking it straight back up the track to him. Right arm off spinner. He's coming in from the northern end. Jamaica 127 for 5. Up he comes, goes to Wellington, uses his feet, stroked it back to the bowler, fields it on the first bounce. Ball driven in the turf. Bowler fields in his follow through. No run. Up comes the bowler. The ball to Wellington. Balls fly to delivery. Wellington taking it on the full. We'll get a single. The bowler fails to field on the follow through. Ball hitting his hand and making its way down to the long off boundary rather. Fieldsman comes in and fields. It's 128. Brings Shane Ford. Experienced batsman. Many a season playing for Melbourne in the Jamaica Senior Cup and then representing Jamaica. So wicketkeeper batsman as he faces up. Up comes the bowler. Oh, flat to deliver there. Ford comes forward. Bat and pad tight together. Bowler fields and just follow through. No run. 128 Jamaica for 5. We're in the 30th over. 10 to come after this. As up comes the bowler, bowls. Shane Ford uses his feet, hitting this one past the man, a short mid wicket. Long on comes around, that's only a single. It's Mohammed coming around. It's a single here to Shane Ford. 129 goes Jamaica. 129 for 5. Spring Wellington, Nuxie to take strike. Up comes the bowler, ball to Wellington. So we take a single there as he plays that one to back with a point, and we get a single from the overthrow as Mohammed come and flings it again, and that's another overthrow. So bad cricket here by the Guyanese, and the batsman take 3. They will get 4. So that's 4 there for. They are coming. They wanted a 5th, but they only got 4 there. So it's 4 runs eventually by some sloppy cricket there from the Guyanese. A quick single as Wellington stroked it to point. Fieldsman take it through the wicket, missed. It went down to the deep mid-wicket boundary where Mohammed comes off the boundary. He had a throw, missed the wicket again, and as a result of that, the batsmen were able to run 4 runs. So Jamaica now moves to 133. 133 for 5 at the end of the 30th over. 133 for 5 Jamaica. We're at the start of the 31st over. It's Moin Mohammed coming in to bowl. to Shane Ford. Come balls. Ford is back and cutting. The man from extra cover boundary comes in, but the batsmen are going to take two. From the moment Ford hit that one, you could hear him shouting two. The score moves to 135 for 5 Jamaica. Short delivery there by Mohamed. Ford cutting and getting two. Circles and faces Mohamed again. Up comes Mohamed, both flighted, and he's driving this one. Taking the inner part of the bat. He was more aiming for the offside. It ended up at long on. And he gets a single. It's 136 Jamaica. Brings Damian Wellington to face Mohamed. Up comes Mohamed and both. And he's driving, using his feet, driving that one pleasantly. The man of the long on boundary comes again, and it's the next single. Jamaica so far gotten 4 runs from this over from 3 delivery. That's what they need to do. Keep the scoreboard ticking. Could see Shane Ford signaling for a pair of satin gloves there. He wants to change his gloves. Here's a backward point. Cover, extra cover. Deep extra cover, mid off on the onside. That's 140 sitting high and hard, and this has gone a long way for 6. A long way as it lands in the adjacent play field. That one was up by Moyne, and Shane swung into it and hit it high over long on. That is his 4th 6. It's a good 6 there for Shane. So your applause come from the
49. 49.
Shane Ford is now 49. And Jamaica is
41.
141. 141 for 5. We're in the
32nd over.
first over.
Yeah.
And it's Mohamed. The ball to Shane Ford. Short, and he's dabbing this one. We'll get runs here. As the man from backward point gives chase. And it takes 2, and this will be Shane Ford 50. Good knock there by the former Jamaica wicketkeeper. He has so far hit 4 sixes. Score is 143 for 5. Shane Ford faces Mohamed. Up comes Mohamed. Ball. Pleasant shot again by Shane Ford. He just stroke it easily. Short extra cover. There's no run. So after 31 over, Jamaican score is 143 for 5. Up comes the ball at the ball to Wellington. Ball and behind it. Bowler. This follow through fields. Ramcharan. Right arm half spinner coming in from the north. Up becomes the ball to Wellington. Short. Flat.
You play for every team,
Wellington stroking it back to the ball.
You got a little friend that gave me for that.
There's no run.
Yeah, man. You got some guys over there.
142 Jamaica for 5. This one by Ramcharan is driven wide off mid wicket. Man of the wideish long on boundary. Afiq Mohamed comes in and throws it back to the ball. A single there to Wellington. Score goes up to 143 for 5. 144 for 5 Jamaica. As Sharan comes up the ball. Shane Ford comes in bowl. But he's driving pleasantly. Beats a man at mid off, and they take 1. We'll come back for 2. As he gives chase. That's one shot there by Shane Ford. He moves to 53. Jamaica moves up to 146. Start of the innings, I was saying that Shane Ford is due for a big one. He hasn't been made in any runs in this 40 over classic so far. Up comes Ramcharan to ball. 4. He's sweeping fine. We'll get runs again. As this one comes in the final region, the man at short-haired man gives chase, and they picked up 2 easily. Wild return there by the fieldsman. Moves to 148 Jamaica. 148 Shane Ford moves to 55. From Sharam. Longish run for his half spin. Skipper making some adjustment to the field. He comes up to bowl to Shane Ford, comes in bowl. Ford is backing that one off the pad. Right beside umpire Dwyer. So he's a single there for Ford. Jamaica goes to 149 for 5 at the end of the 32nd over. Up comes Moore into bowl to Ford, and he's hitting this one over mid-wicket. Fieldsman goes back, and it's 6 runs. Went back, but when he got his hand to it, he was already over the boundary. So that's 6 runs for Ford. Ford has now moved to 62. And Jamaican score is 155. 5. This one was pitched up there by Moeen Mohamed. Shane Ford did it. Good effort there by the fieldsman on the boundary. It went for 6. So up he comes again, flat, and he's hitting this one high and hard, and it's for a 6 run again. Right over coming to position. And we are situated at a straightish mid-off. The pin was up, and Ford hit it straight back overhead for 6. So he moves to 68. And the Jamaican score is 151. As up comes Moyne again to bowl, and that's wide on the leg side and swept that by Ford. Did he make contact? They pass for 1. It did make contact, so it's 1 there for Ford. And he moves to up. He's in the 60s there. As that one from Wellington is tickled around the leg side. They will take 1. They come back for 2. That's all they will get. As the score moves to 1. Two there for Wellington. Expensive over here. They have 6 and 6, 12, 13, 15 runs so far in this over from 4 deliveries. That's Moeen Mohamed comes up and bowls to Wellington. Dabbing this on the outside. Can't get a single this time. That's a delivery ball there by Moeen. Up comes Moeen Mohamed again, bowls, and he's back at dabbing. If we get a single this time, as the man has to move from backward up point to his right. I couldn't prevent Wellington taking a single. So at the end of the 33rd over, Jamaica is 165 for 5. On the northern end, we have right arm medium pacer Sharif pacing Ramcharam. He's bowling to Damian Wellington, who's on 29. Up comes Sharif, ball to Wellington, his back cut in. This will put him on to 30 as the man comes off the extra cover boundary and fields, and Jamaica move to 166 for 5. So in the 3rd or 4th over, it brings Shane Ford, who's on 68 to take strike. Comes Sharif to bowl to Ford. Comes up here to bowl, pitched up, and Ford is driving pleasantly, but straight to the man, a short extra cover. And there's no run. Good batting here by Shane Ford. So far, it's 6 sixes in his innings. As up comes Sharif to bowl to Ford. Pitched up, and Ford is hitting this one in the here. The man on the extra cover boundary circles for the catch and takes it. So Shane Ford goes. This one was pitched up outside the off stump. He went once too often for it. And hold out to the man coming off the deep extra cover boundary. So Shane Ford goes for 68, and Jamaica is 166 for 6 in the 34th over. So back to live action. Jamaica is 166-6, just losing the wicket of Shane Ford. It's Damian Wellington faces Sharif. Up he comes ball. So he's hitting that one hard, and would this one go away for 6, will it? Yes, it does. Good effort there by the fieldsman, running around from mid-on. Got a hand to it, but couldn't hold on. Good try there by Mohammed, Rafiq Mohammed. There are 6 runs there for Wellington. He moves to 36 on the score to 172. So it's a good effort there by the fieldsman. But the ball seemed to be always eluding, and it was always seemed to be running out of room. When he got a hand to it, it was already over the boundary. Wellington faces up again to Sharif. Up comes Sharif, balls full pitch, and is driven through the covers. The one coming off the extra cover boundary. There's a single there. It brings Glenn Anglin to take strike, replacing Shane Ford. Takes his car. Anglin plays for the Palm Beach Cricket Club, the South Florida Cricket League. Damian Wellington. You represent Alliance CC. So Anglin facing up his first delivery from Sharif. He comes up. Oh, Anglin is back and cutting that one delicately. Beats the man coming from back of the point to his left. Gives chase, and Anglin was off the mark with 2. So it's 175 Jamaica. 175 for 6. End of the 34th over. 35th over. It's Sharan coming in. He switch ends as he comes up on board to Wellington. He uses 3 tries. Gets a single. Probably 2. No, that's a single. He stroked that one wide, off long on. Man comes off the boundary. Quick enough to prevent the batsman coming for a second. So it's 176 for 5 Jamaica. And Glenroy Anglin to face Ramcharan. Takes his guard. Ramcharan right arm over the wicket. There's the ball to Anglin. Up he comes forward. Anglin is forward and he get a single. They tap that one on the outside of throw. Ooh, that could have been close. And that one, the bowler let it go on through to hit the wicket. He stops it. Anglin got a single. He moves to 3. And the score is 177. Comes up, he bowls to Wellington. Pleasant drive there by Wellington, beating the bowler to his left, and it gone through the fieldsman. They come back for 2. Will they come for 3? No, they won't. So that's 2 there for Wellington. That's a bad piece of fielding by the fieldman in mid-off. A long off. He come around and the ball went through him. The batsman the opportunity to go for an extra run. So it's 40's Damon Wellington as he uses his feet again and drives time to the left. They will get 2 more again. Get to the left for the man coming off, long off boundary. That's 2 more for Wellington. He moves to 42 on the score to 181. 181 Jamaica in the 35th over. 181 for 6 Jamaica. Damian Wellington on 42. Glenn Anglin on 3. Ramcharan comes up the ball to Wellington. Up he comes. Ball. Short Wellington dabbing it on the onside. They take 1. The man from mid-wicket moves towards umpire Lynn. He's a single. Wellington. He moves to 43. Jamaica to 182. Anglin faces up to Ramcharan. Up he comes ball. Anglin is swinging on the leg side, missed. The wide was signaled by umpire. The swing lost its balance. For a moment it was out of his ground, but the keeper didn't gather. So wide signal by umpire there. Jamaica goes to 183. Drum trying to try again. Comes up on ball. Short and angling its back. Cutting didn't time that as he would. Rafiq Mohammed moves to his right in the covering field. So at the end of the 35th over, 5 over remaining, Jamaica is 183 for 6. Beginning of the 36th over, it's Sharif the ball to Wellington, who's on 43 balls, and Wellington drives this one just out of his reach. The bowler, and then angling call for a second, and they get it. They get it. So it's 2 there to Wellington. He moves to 45, and the score is 185. 185 for 6 Jamaica. That one he hit it hard, had the bowler, who seemed to be taking his hand away from the ball as it passed him at good velocity. As up comes Rafiq again to bowl to Wellington wide, and he drives that one. Man comes off the extra cover boundary, and it's a single to Wellington. He moves to 46. The Jamaicans score to 186 for 6. Brings Glenn Anglin, who's on 3. Face up to the bowling, Sharif. Up comes Sharif to bowl to Anglin. Anglin is swinging that. To the bottom pad, they'll take one. They'll come back for a second. The man from the backward square give chase on a long on region. That's 2 runs there to Anglin. He moves to 5. It's 188 for 6 Jamaica. Jamaica stuttering at the early part of their innings. Sensible batting by Shane Ford, primarily Damien Wellington, brought Jamaica back in the game. As up comes Sharif to bowl to Anglin. Pitched up Anglin, drive this one straight. The man coming off the long out boundary can't take the catch. He bounces in front of him, and it's a single. One more to Anglin. He moves to 6 and scores to 189 for 6. Anglin didn't get close to the pitch of that one. So in the end, he lofted it. One bounce to the man coming off the long off boundary. Wellington faces Sharif. Sharif bowls. He's back, and he gets a single as he stroked this into the cover. Stewart moves to his right. Jamaica moves to 190. For 6 Jamaica. 47 to Wellington. 6 to Anglin facing up from Sharif. Sharif bowls. Anglin is swinging. That one comes off the pad. There's no fine leg. The man from short third man gives chase. So it come back for 2. It's 2 leg by. Signal comes now from umpire Lynn. So at the end of the 36 over,
192.
Jamaica is 192 for 6. Wellington on 47, Anglin on 6. Up comes Wayne Mohammed to bowl to Wellington. He uses his feet, drives pleasantly. Long on coming off the boundary fields, and it's only a single. Wellington uses his feet, and when he does that, he looks real good. Using his feet, getting to the pitch of it and stroking it down. He moves to 48, and it's 193. 193 for 6 Jamaica. It's bring Anglin on strike. Moyne bowls team, and he uses his feet. Hit this one over mid wicket. Will left all the way for 6. It will. Right over mid wicket it goes. The fieldsman about 5-10 yards inside. Ball clear his head. Probably if he had been on the boundary, he would have a chance of taking the catch, but did not. He's gone for 6. Oh, it's Muniram. Comes and bowls, and this one is hit again by Anglin. This has gone away again, way over mid wicket for 6 more. So second consecutive 6 hit there by Glenn Anglin. He moves to 18, and the Jamaica score goes up to 215.
15. Yeah, 93 and 12. 105.
205. 205 Jamaica. to the 5 or 6 as Anglin has just hit consecutive sixes as up comes bowler taking on the pad here. Confident appeal by the bowler, not outside umpire.
Thank
Money
you.
Ram, right arm off spin, comes into bowl to Anglin, comes up bowl. Anglin is back, he went to cut that one, late dab, the ball spun back to the inside edge onto the pad. Dangerous shot there by Anglin. Good comeback delivery there by Money Ram. As up he comes in again to both and Anglin uses his feet, drives back to the bowler. At the end of the 37th over, Jamaica is 205 for 6. At the beginning of the 38th over, it's a bowling change coming in from the northern end now would be Rafiq Mohammed, left arm between the umpire and the stump. Be bowling to Wellington, he's on 48. Ball short delivery and Wellington is dabbing it on the onside, gets a single. So he moves to 49. The Jamaican score goes up to 206. Brings Glenn Anglin, who's on 18. Hit 2 consecutive sixes over mid-wicket off Money Ram. He faces up to Rafiq Mohammed, balls flat and he's swinging this one. It's in the air and he's out. Good catch on the deep square leg boundary there. Fieldsman moves to his left and took a high shoulder height catch. As Anglin swung across that one from Rafiq Mohammed. And Anglin goes for 18. And Jamaica is now 206 for 7.
Okay.
Jamaica have just lost their 7th wicket. Glenroy Anglin being caught in the deep square leg boundary for 18. After bowling of Rafiq Mohammed. We're in the 48th over. 38th over rather. And Damian Wellington is on 49. Appears to face Mohammed. Incoming batsman is Kevin Wedderburn. Wellington faces up to Mohammed. Goes. He's back stroking it up in the covers and that's his 50. Stroking it up that he's into the covers and gets a single. Well played 50 there by Damian Wellington. Nooksy. Sensible batting. And the ball is there to be hit. He hit it. But he's using off his feet to the spin and driving in the long on region. I think was the high point of his innings. As Wedderburn faces up to Mohammed and he's stroking this one back up to Mohammed. Mohammed represented Team USA ICC tournament. Comes up the ball to Wedderburn, and Wedderburn is forward, stroking it. We get a single here. He wants to, but it's not there. The man comes off the deep extra cover boundary. It's a single here to Wedderburn. He's off the mark. And the score is 208 for 7 Jamaica. Mohammed comes into bowl to Wellington. Uses his feet and driving into here. And he's going to be out. Yes, he is. Using his feet, driving, and the man comes off the extra cover boundary to take the catch. And so that's 2 wickets lost there by Jamaica in this over. Wellington goes for 50, and Jamaica is 208 for 8. Good knock there by Damian Wellington. He's partially responsible for Jamaica's reasonable score. He in partner with Shane Ford to take the Jamaicans out of some trouble that they were in when they found themselves 70 out for 5. It's now 208 for 8 Jamaica with 2 overs to go. Here at the beginning of the penultimate over, the 39th over, Jamaica is 208 for 8. And the batsman replacing Damian Wellington, who is just out for 50, is Cedric Davis. As Money Ram comes up and bowls to Davis, he's forward. Up it back to the bowler. There's no run. Value Jet. V-Jet. Appears to face Money Ram. Money Ram bowls to Davis. Like it and he's swinging this one. Will get a single. They're going to look for 2. No said Wedderburn. The man comes in off the mid-wicket boundary, and Jamaica goes to 209 for 8. Weatherburn takes his guard and prepares to face up to Muniram. A change of heart here, he takes his guard. As Muniram comes up the board. Flat and fast delivery in the air. This one is going to be safe. The batsman take a single. Man coming off the long on boundary. Couldn't reach it. The ball dropped just inside the circle. A single here to Weatherburn. He goes to 2.
Mohamed aboard. Mohamed.
It's Moeen Mohamed, and this one is hit in the air by Cedric Davis, and he's up for 1. Caught by Stewart. Bowled by Moeen Mohamed. So Jamaica is now 210 for 9. The last couple of overs, Jamaica has lost wickets in a flurry. Last 3 wickets. The last 8 or so ball. This here coming out, number 11 batsman Neville Dawkins.
Also known as
Monica. Had a girl once named Monica, so the name stuck. So he's also known as Monica.
And I think he's proud of it too, because it was a beautiful girl. So.
Well, I can't say nothing about that. I've never seen her. One thing I know for sure with Neville, with the days when we used to play cricket together, he always wore this barefoot pants that you could never see his shoes. His barefoot pants would always cover his shoes, and those barefoot pants never have a pocket in it.
And if you think about it, some good cricketers wear the barefoot pants. Because Shane Warne down there in Australia always wears barefoot pants.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Neville. I'm talking about from the late 70s. Talking about from the late 70s. Back to action as Moeen Mohamed comes up and bowls to Weatherburn, drives him pleasantly. Straight to extra cover. Fielded by Nigel Stewart. No run. Jamaica 210 for 9. As this one by Weatherburn is played slowly into the covers. We're into the mid-wicket region, and he gets a single. So Jamaica goes to 211 for 9. The final over coming up. Shane Warne must have been watching Neville Dawkins playing cricket in the late 70s. There's Ala Dawkins, Shane Warne wears these barefoot pants that covers his shoes. As up comes Mohamed bowls to Weatherburn. He's flicking that one nicely off the pad. We'll get runs here. Get 1. They turn for 2. We'll get 3. The fieldsman comes around, and that's 3 runs to Weatherburn, 3 to Jamaican total. It's 214. 214 for 9. And Shane Warne, Neville Dawkins prepared to take strike. So the 2 Jamaican off spinner at the wicket. He prepares to face Mohamed. Mohamed bowls to Dawkins. Forward goes Dawkins. Wants a single. But I don't think Weatherburn was interested at all in that. Dawkins not really known for his batting. Now prepares to bowl to face Mohamed. Mohamed bowls, and he gets off the mark this time. He just dabbed this one. The man from backward a point moves around to his right. That's a single to Dawkins. He's off the mark. Jamaica goes to 215 for 9. 3 delivers leave in the innings. It's Mohamed to bowl to Weatherburn and driving this one in the air. Find the gap. There's going to be runs there. They run 1. They come back for 2. And they will settle with 2. As the man from mid-off moves to his left. And Weatherburn takes 2. Weatherburn moves to 8. 2 delivers to come. As Mohamed comes up close to Weatherburn, and he's swinging across this line, taking the edge. There's going to be runs here again. 1, they will get 2. No, said Weatherburn. Dawkins wanted to, Weatherburn refused. one more to total. It's 216 for 9. The last delivery, last legitimate delivery coming up. It's 218 for 9 Jamaica. Neville Dawkins faces up to Mohamed Bowles. He was coming somewhere down the track, pitching shorter by the bowler. He just dabbed it into the cover, no run. And he goes back into his stance as if there's a next delivery to be bowled. Seems to be some wrong calculation there by Dawkins. Or either that or he's enjoying his batting.
I really think he wanted to steal the over by going to the next side by taking that quick single. But I guess he didn't realize that it was the last ball of the inning. And the umpire just looked at him and wondering what was going on. But now we realize it's almost time for him to bowl.
So at the end of 40 over, Jamaica is 218 for 9. Shane Ford, top scorer with 68. Damian Wellington got 50. Steady bowling by the Guyanese. 3 wickets for Rafiq Mohammed, 2 for Mushtaq Ali, and 2 for Shabir. For Jamaica, 218 for 9 off their 40 over. In the context of what transpired early, Tucker, I think Jamaica made a strong comeback by making 218.
Yeah, they start out very shaky, but they made a good comeback, and it's a pretty decent total to go out and fight for the 40 overs.
At least it will be it's really a competitive score, not a big score, not a small score, but a competitive score. And the fact that they were 70 out for 5 and losing the top half of their batting, I think it was, a well done effort by the lower order batting of the Jamaicans, especially Ford and Wellington.
Which could also highlight the boundaries. For some reason, let me just there's that mark around the field, but if you look over there, you can see the boundaries on a different. It's about 15 feet from the regular mark that it's supposed to be. So it said the field is much bigger than it was supposed to be. So now the Guyanese gonna have to hit the ball real hard. I guess they were thinking that since the Jamaicans gonna hit a lot of sixes, they're gonna put the boundaries real far. But now they got a total of 218. They're gonna have to go out and bat real good to make that 218.
I think the highlight of the Guyana bowling innings there was their catching. There's no catch went down. All the catches that went to Ann were taken. They seem to be a good feeling team, and they bowl pretty well. Here we pick up action. Let's start it again. These innings. It's Glenn angling into ball to Stewart. Comes up balls. Outside the off stump, the batsman cut in. Ball signal wide there by umpire Dyer. Jamaica scored 220 for 9 off their 40 over. Can I reply here? First over, they are 1 without loss. It's again angling from the southern end. Coming up to bowl to Nigel Stewart up there and bowls. Stewart is beaten outside the off stump. He come forward and trying to steer that in the third man region. Missed, taken by keeper Shane Ford. 2 slipper gully, backward point, mid off, mid on. Changing the field now by skipper Mark Johnson. Back with a square on the onside has come out and has gone to a second slip. One from fine leg has now come to a backward square leg. So it's backward square leg and mid on the offside. The rest of the fieldsmen are all on the offside as angling comes up the bowl to Stewart bowls wide outside the off stump. Stewart let it go through, so it's 2 slipper gully Short extra cover and Skipper Johnson. A backward pointer mid-off and a third man on the boundary. Shanglin. Turn at the top of his mark. Comes into ball to Stewart. Up. Ball. Stewart is driving this one straight to mid-off. No run. Straight to Riley. One without loss Guyana in reply to 220 made by Jamaica. Jamaica innings was highlighted by 68 from Shane Ford and 50 by Damian Wellington as angling bowls outside the off stump. Short and pulled by Stewart. Wedderburn moves from mid-on to his left. Can't prevent the single. So Stewart is off the mark. Guyana is 2 without loss. Sanglin comes up the ball. Goal. Batsman in behind it. Plays it up to mid-on. So after 1 over, Guyana reply to 220 for 9 made by Jamaica. It's 2 without loss. Here to open the bowling for Jamaica from the northern end. Cedric Davis, right arm medium fast. He'll be bowling with 2 slip, third man. Point cover, head off, mid on, mid wicket. Enough. Long leg on the boundary as up comes Davis. Run right through without delivering there. That ball signal comes from umpire Lynn. Nigel Stewart, both open batsmen for Guyana are left-handed. Nigel Stewart, Seckles as Davis comes up and ball. Good delivery there by Davis. The batsman comes in on the shoulder of the bat. Here bone for a while, but well short of Ventura. The shortest extra cover. Guyana 2 without loss as Davis comes up the ball to Stewart. Comes in bowls. That's on the leg side wide. Signal comes from umpire Lynn. 3 without loss. One pitched outside the leg stump and going further down leg. Stewart comes inside his wicket, swung at it, miss. Three without loss.
We get a movie camera, man. Let me get you the movie camera next time. Oh, that's what you have, buddy. Yeah, go. Definitely have a commentator going on here, you know?
Deliver was pitch on the leg side, turn by Stewart down the fan leg region and got 2. Guyana moves to 5 without loss during the second over. Again, Davis strained down the leg side. Stewart is on 3. As Davis comes up the ball. Comes up ball and Stewart. He sits on the pad. That one headed down the leg side again. Skipper Johnson moves in from square leg to field. There's no run. Guyana 5 without loss in the second over, replying to 220 for 9 made by Jamaica in their 4th over. Cedric Davis comes up the ball to Stewart. Ball's pitched up. Stewart coming across the wicket. Plays it back to Davis. There's no run. Davis at the top of his mark, comes into ball. Ball's pitched up and he's driving, but straight to mid off. Sean Riley fields. There's no run. We have Ken Wright at first slip and Wellington at second slip. As up come Davis the ball to short. Then behind it, stroking it up to mid-on, fielded by Dawkins. There's no runs. So after 2 over, Guyana in reply to 220 is 5 without loss. Angling balls to Zahid Khan. Back and cutting missing. No run. Zahid Khan. Short. Left-handed opening bats for the Guyanese team. To Zahid Khan. Up. Delivers. No ball signal by umpire Dyer. Angling overstepping there. Batsman is on the back foot and playing it to the point where Francis fields. There's no run. 6 without Lawrence Guyana. The third over. It's Glen Anglin coming in from the south. 2 slip on the gully. Goes down as he comes up and blows the can. He's back cutting, missing. Ball too much up for the cut shot. He went back and is beaten. That shot looked like more like a getting on shot than a run scoring shot there played by Zahid as up comes Anglin Bowles to him, short and get some bounce. That's going to ride that one, get on top of it. Ventura from the gully moves to his left and field. There's no run. One get some height there from Anglin. The batsman came forward and getting on top of it. Anglin, a very short run up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps on ball. Saeed is in behind it again. Johnson fails and there's no run. And no ball from the over there by Anglin. So after 3 over, Guyana replied to 220 for 9 made by Jamaica. 6 without loss. Cedric Davis from the north, Valley Jet, comes up the ball to Stuart Bowles. Stuart in behind it. Good delivery there by Davis. About off stump. Batsman get in behind it. No run. Stuart is on 3. 2 wides and a no ball. And again a score of 6. Zahid Khan not yet off the mark. And see a change in the field there by skipper Johnson. The second slip has gone to a mid wicket. So it's 1 slip, a third man backward point, extra cover mid off, mid on, mid wicket, square leg and a long right as up he comes the ball. Short. In behind it again. Goes to mid wicket. Wellington field. No run. Steady stuff from Valley Jet. Keeping Stuart quiet so far. Up comes Davis Bowles. Outside the off stump this time. Wide called by umpire Lynn. That one is just a bit too wide there by Davis. Score goes to 7. 7 without loss Guyana. We're on the 4th over. As Davis comes in again to bowl, just short up. Goes. And he's driving at this one, taking the inside edge, passing the stumps. Skipper Mark Johnson back with a square on the onside. Fails to pick up. And Stuart gets a single. He moves to 4. And the score moves to 8 without loss. This brings Zahid Khan. Another left-hander to face up to Cedric Davis. We see slip is now being reintroduced, so it's now a slip and a gully. Slip more like slip on a 4th slip. 3rd man, backward point, cover mid off as Davis comes up and bowls the can. Full pitch and he stroked this beat point. This will run away for 4. That goes into the fence now. Pitched up, full pitch. And Zahid took the opportunity to hit it past point and into the boundary for 4. So he's off the mark with 4. Stuart is 4. Extras are 4. Scores 12 without loss Guyana. Bad delivery there by Davis. Wide
And a Stewart batting.
and full pitch, and Zahid hit it past backward point for 4. So up comes Davis again to bowl to Zahid, right up, and he's digging this one out. Riley moves in from mid off the field, and there's no run. 12 without loss Guyana, we're in the 4th over. Ballyjet, who plays for the Islanders Cricket Club, South Florida Cricket League. Right arm comes up, the ball to Zahid, comes up ball on the leg stump. Zahid is turning out, going for a quick single. As Dawkins moving in from mid-on, couldn't prevent the single. Score goes to 13 without loss. Zahid goes up to 5. So after 4 over, Guyana is 13 without loss, Zahid 5, and Stewart on 4. At the beginning of the 5th over, it's Glenroy Anglin coming into ball to Zahid Khan. Comes up ball. And again goes for that little jab shot outside the off stump. You see reinforcement in the slip cordon. We have now 2 slip. There's a gap. And then we have 2 gullies. We have Ken Wright at first. Slip. Wellington at second as up comes Anglin ball. Short again. Good delivery there by Anglin. That was quicker. It zipped across the shoulder of Khan. We have Ken Wright at first slip. Wellington at second. The first of the gully is Ventura. And skipper Mark Johnson, the second of the 2 gully. Ronaldo Francis at backward point and Riley at mid-off. As up comes Anglin again and ball, and he dabs this one. Going for a single. We'll get it now. As it beat Johnson to his left. And it went to the right of Francis, who comes across but couldn't prevent a single. So Khan moves to 6. Score moves to 14. It brings Stewart and strike to Anglin. On the onside, backward of square, we have Davis. The wide mid-on, we have Wedderburn. Up comes Anglin to ball to Stewart. Comes up ball. Anglin. Stewart is forward and stroking it. We'll get a single. That's a good piece of fielding there by skipper Mark Johnson, moving to his right. And a throw at the stump but missed. The batsman
Still playing cricket?
Yeah, stop. You alright?
Mike getting the single. So the score moves to
Get 2 over, 15.
15. As Anglin comes up the ball to Khan, comes up ball. Khan is in behind this one. Playing it on the offside, Anglin fields. Or two slip and a gully as Anglin comes up the ball to Khan. Ball is in behind. Coming off the outer part of the bat. Feeded by Ventura, the first of the 2 gullies. No run at the end of the 5th over. Guyana in reply to Jamaica, 220 for 9. 15 without loss.
No, I
Cedric
in the next season.
Davis.
Next competition.
Facing up to him is Nigel Stewart balls and he drives this one. Good stop there.
Next time the ball
By
gets up, you
Ventura.
put the bottom hand into the ball like that. You don't have to
Showing
use
his
the
football talent there is Ventura.
batsman. Lift
Use
bottom hand into the
his
ball.
left foot to
Game
stop this
shot,
one
lift
going
bottom hand.
through to mid-off, where the batsman will get a single. Ventura, former centre forward for the KC Manning Cup football team in Jamaica. As Stewart faces up from a shot outside the off stump, batsman cutting, wide signal by.
White ball, you come on, guys. White ball.
Wide ball signal by umpire Lynn. Score moves to 17. 17 without loss. That one was short and wide outside the off stump. think Stewart is disappointed not making contact with this one as Davis comes up on both team. Ah, that's a beauty there. Draw him forward, he came forward. And ball swung past the outside edge of the path. Good delivery there by Davis. The previous one was a short and wide delivery. This one was up and swung away, beating the batsman. All ends up. Davis comes in again to bowl. Stewart comes up over, full toss. Batsman didn't make use of that bad delivery. The cross his wicket a bit too early. Another process could only stroke it back to Davis. Up and down bowling here by Davis. Short, full pitch, good delivery. He comes up, let's see what he does. He bowls short outside the off stump. This one swing back, better delivery. Swing back as he went forward. The ball hit him just about wayside. That's another good delivery there by Davis. Mixing up his good delivery with some bad delivery, but getting away with them as he comes up the ball to short balls. One is driven, but straight to Ventura at extra cover. No run. 17 without last Guyana on the 6th over. Straight to Davis from the north. As wicketkeeper Shane Ford. And first slip Kenwright goes down as Davis ran through for the second time in his spell. Run through, did not deliver. Dead ball signal by umpire Festus Lynn. Former wicketkeeper for Lucas Cricket Club. Senior Cup competition in Jamaica. As up comes Davis, bowls the short. He's in behind it, stroking it pleasantly up to mid-off. Played by Sean Riley, no run. So the end of the over, Guyana after 6 over, 17 without loss. It's angling from the southern end.
First ball was a wide.
Comes up the bowl. Bowling this one for Khan. He's stroking it, good feeling there. By skipper Mark Johnson moving to his right. There's no run. First ball of the over was a wide ball by Anglin. So Guyana is 18. 18 without loss. Glenn Anglin also played first class cricket in Jamaica. Represented Tivoli Cricket Club. So at the top of his mark and comes into bowl to Saeed Khan. Comes up bowls. In behind it goes Khan. Stroking it into the covers where it's fielded by Mark Johnson. Bowls it across the Wedderburn. In return, tossed it over to Anglin. He's at the top of his mark now. And comes into bowl to Zahid Khan. Up he comes bowl. Right up in the block hole was that one as the batsman came forward and dug it out. So I went back up the track and Anglin field. Guyana 18 without loss. We're in the 7th over.
Keep it ticking.
Glenn Anglin. Turn at the top of his mark. He comes into ball to Zahid Khan. Comes up ball. Khan is in behind it, stroking it. Ronaldo Francis moves in from back of the point and fields. There's no run. It's good to see Ronaldo Francis in the Jamaica team. Young, talented player. Didn't get among the runs today. It's good to see he's playing some cricket today and not watching, as he has done in the previous weeks. As Anglin comes up the ball to Saeed Khan, short, and the batsman is in behind it. And we get a single. As skipper Mark Johnson was caught sleeping, extra cover there. Taking it for granted that batsmen weren't going for a single. Batsman saw he wasn't coming in and took off. And it's an easy single for Zaid. Guyana goes up to 18. 18 without loss. Johnson thought that the batsman weren't going for the single there and relaxed. The batsman then took off. So it's short on strike now as Anglin comes up on bowls. He's pulling and pulling good. That one's gone over mid wicket and that will go away for 4. Short delivery there by Anglin. Stewart was into his wicket. Hit it. Forward a square on the onside. That's 4. So the score goes to 22. 22 without loss off 7 over Guyana.
That's 3 good for it.
3 runs. Guyana 23 without loss. As Cedric Davis comes up to bowl the cannon up. Good shot. Beat the man at backward point. But Wedderburn moves around to his left from third man. It's just a single there. The can. One was pitched up and struck it pleasantly, beating Ronaldo Francis to his right. The score is now 25.
Who didn't get
1.
1?
It's 24. As it's Nigel Stewart. Facing and drives that one pleasant. The 2 come. That's 4 runs. Pitched up by Davis and Stewart was into it, hitting it between point and extra cover for 4. Second 4 in consecutive deliveries by Stewart. Score is now 28. Guyana 28 without loss. We're in the 8th over. Chasing 221 for victory.
Chicken bone.
As up comes Davis the ball to Stewart bowls. Short. And he's cutting. Missing. Short and wide outside the off stump.
Gentlemen, thanks.
Stewart.
See you.
Yes, boss. Have a good day.
Going on the back foot, cutting the ball. Getting a little height there. It's true the wicketkeeper Shane Ford. Shane Ford, top scorer in Jamaican innings of 71. As up comes Davis the ball to Stewart bowls. In behind it. Shuffling right in behind it. Everything behind that one there is Stewart. Looking good so far. Pull a short one from Anglin over mid wicket for 4. And hitting one through the covers here for 4. As Davis comes up bowl. Short outside the off stump. He's cutting. This one should be a wide. Yes, it does. He's signaled wide by umpire Lynn. That one short and wide. I just Stewart going back, cutting, missing. The score is now 29 without loss Guyana. Cedric Davis comes up the ball to Nigel Stewart bowls. That one taking the bat away from it is Stewart. While making contact with the bat. Passing a lone slip in Ken Wright down to Wedderburn. The third man boundary. Batsman take a single. So it's 30 now Guyana. Without loss. Good start here by Guyana. You see Damian Wellington is now being reintroduced in the slip here. He got first slip. Ken Wright goes to gully. Kevin Wedderburn is on the third man boundary. As up comes Cedric Davis bowls. Zahid is taking that one on the pad once. A leg by. But Davis is quick in his follow through to prevent that. So after 8 over, Guyana is 30 without loss. Again, Anglin continuing from the southern end. We bowl into Nigel Stewart. 30 without loss is Guyana. As up comes Anglin bowls. Stewart is forward. That one taking the shoulder of the bat. As he comes forward with Drew. Left hand from the bat. Ball taking the shoulder. No run. First slip is Ken Wright. Gully is Ventura. Francis at point as Anglin comes into bowl to Stewart. Up he comes bowl. Stewart in behind it. One coming back at the batsman, but he was equal to the task in behind it. and stroked it. Get in behind it quite easily. There's no run. And the cover is skipper Mark Johnson. Mid off is Sean Riley. Mid on Wellington. Back with a square is Davis. With the Burns on the mid wicket fence, that's angling balls. This one, the batsman is in behind it, taking the inner part of the bat. We'll get a single as it goes to the right of umpire Lynn. Davis moves around on field. So it's now 30, 31. 31 without last Guyana. We're in the 9th over. Steady stuff by the Guyanese openers. Equally steady bowling by the Jamaicans. So we're in for an interesting game here. In reply to 220, 31. 31 without loss, Guyana. Sangling. Top of his mark. And comes into ball. Zaid Khan comes in ball. Khan is cutting up straight to Ventura in the gully. No runs. He had attempted that shot on several occasions. It's either playing it straight to the fieldsman or missing. You get the impression that he would hold out to the keeper out of the slips. Because it's not a very convincing shot being played by Khan as Anglin comes in on bones. Pitched up on the legs and he's whipping it off, but straight to Davis at back with a point. Threw at the wicket, missed. Good backing up by skipper Johnson. Guyana remains at 31 without loss. In the 9th over. Angling. Right arm, medium fast. Comes into ball. The Khan comes up ball. Short. Khan is in behind it. Skipper Johnson moves in from extra cover. No run. So after 9 over, Guyana in reply to 220. It's 31 without loss. Yeah. We have Cedric Davis coming into both the Nigel Stewart. Comes up. Bowls short. In behind it. Stroke it to the mid-wicket region. It's fielded by Wellington. Toss it back to wicketkeeper Shane Ford. Guyana remains at 31 without loss. Nigel Stewart, short, stocky, left-handed batsman. As he faces up to Davis, and this one is trying to whip it on the onside, coming off the pad. Skipper Mark Johnson moving quickly from square leg. Threw and hit the wicket, but the batsman wasn't attempting a run there. This is building up into be an interesting encounter here. Guyana, they are steady in their reply. Still behind the run rate required, but they have wickets in hand. It all depends on how good they press on from here. As up comes, this one is driven straight. This will go away for 4. It's straight back over the bowler head there by Stewart. That one was up by Davis. Batsman hit it straight back overhead for 4. Third boundary being hit there by Nigel Stewart. The score goes to 35 without loss. We're in the 10th over. A run rate of 3.5 Guyana. They required a run rate around 3.5, about 5.5. 5.5 the asking run rate. They are below the required run rate, but they have the wicket in hand. They have wickets in hand. How good will they press on from here is yet to be determined. But steady start here for Guyana. Davis comes in again to bowl to Nigel Stewart, comes up bowl short and he's back cutting. Only get a single this time as Ventura moves to his right, fumbles a bit. But he's in the hand, it turned out to be an easy single for Stewart. It's 36 Guyana without loss. Don't think Ventura, even if he picked that one up cleanly, could prevent the batsman taking a single. We have a slip in a gully for Zahid Khan. First slip, Damian Wellington, and the gully is Ken Wright as Davis comes up and bowls to Khan. Down the leg side, wide. No. One touched the pad from our vantage point. Couldn't tell. No signal came from umpire Lynn. Said must have made contact on the pad or some part of his body as David comes up to bowl to Khan. For the third time in a spell, follow through without delivering. Dead ball signal comes from umpire Lynn. Lynn, as I said, former wicket keeper in first class cricket in Jamaica. Keep wicket for the Lucas Cricket Club. As Davis comes up and bowl to Khan. Down the leg side. Seems to take the pad again. Good take there by wicketkeeper Shane Ford. So after 10 over, in reply to Jamaica 220, Guyana is 36 without loss. Angling into ball to Stewart comes up board and Stewart is driving upish, but it's to the left of Wellington at mid-on. That's going to take a single. Not quite to the pitch there was Stewart, and had it here bone for a while, but wide of Wellington. Score is now 37 without loss. Guyana angling is in his sixth over. A slip and a gully. The close in catches as Anglin comes up to bowl to Khan, comes in bowl, pitched up, turn off the legs there by Zahid Khan, straight to Davis who threw at the stump. The batsman hadn't left his ground, but skipper Johnson was backing up on the offside. So Anglin has decided to change direction. He's now coming over the wicket to the left-handed Zahid Khan. Slip gully third man. Point extra cover mid off on the offside as he comes in and bowl. Pitched up and the batsman is stroking. We get a single. As Riley has to move to his right to pick up. He did not pick up successfully. Stopped it anyhow. And Johnson picks up. Only a single. The Khan. Score goes up to 38 without loss. We're in the 11th over, being bowled by Glenn Anglin. Anglin comes into bowl to Stewart. This time comes a bowl. That one comes angled back at Stewart. Came on the front foot. Played it on the onside. And Davis moves in from back with a square on the onside. Prevent the batsman from entertaining the thought of a single here. Anglin turns at the top of his mark and comes into bowl. Stewart comes up bowl. Pitched up and is driven pleasantly by Stewart. Riley has to move to his right at mid-off. Can't prevent Stewart getting a single. Score goes to 39. Guyana. Steady start by Guyana, but I don't think it's any need for the Jamaicans to be alarmed. As Anglin comes up to bowl, and he's for this delivery. Zahid is in behind it. Goes to Johnson. It's the end of the 11th over. Guyana 39 without loss. We have a bowling change from another end. It's Neville Dawkins who comes in bowls. First delivery short. Stewart is back cutting. It was a bad delivery there by Dawkins, short. That's my win cutting missing. So Dawkins, right arm off spinner. So introduced from the northern end by Skipper Johnson, the 12th over here. Replacing Cedric Davis, who bowled 5 overs. Dawkins have a first slip in Ken Wright. Skipper Johnson is stationed in Wedderburn, just outside, just inside the circle. The backward point. At point is Ronaldo Francis.
And one the way out on the field.
In the cover is Ventura. Extra cover is a skipper. As up comes Neville Dawkins, bowls, ball flighted. Batsman going for the drive, taking the inner part of the back. Dawkins field. As up come Dawkins to bowl. Flighted delivery again, and in behind it is Stewart, stroking it easily and pleasantly. Wellington comes off the long on boundary. Batsman take a easy single. It's 40 without loss, Guyana. Neville Dawkins, half spinner. Plays for the International Cricket Club and the South Florida Cricket League. Further adjustment being done to the fielder by Skipper Johnson. You know, a slip in a gully, a backward point cover, short extra cover, mid-off on the offside. As he comes in and bowls, and Zahid is cramped as he came forward, the ball onto the pad. Stroked it back to Dawkins. Dawkins comes in from the north again to bowl. Comes up bowl. Flighted delivery, and the batsman is swinging at it, coming off the inner edge of the bat, and they will get one. Ken Wright gives chase. They only take one. Bad shot there played by Khan.
Yeah. All right.
Ball taking the inner part of the bat, passing the leg stump. He gets one. It's 41 without loss. The 12th over. Steady start by Guyana, but I think they need to step it up at some time here. It's delivery again by Dawkins, having Stewart coming forward. Plays it into the cover. The Skipper Johnson fields, no run. So good first over there by Dawkins, 2 from it. Guyana after 12, 41 without loss. So it's spin from the south again, being introduced by Skipper Mark Johnson. It's Kevin Wedderburn from the south. He'll be bowling to Zahid Khan with a slip, backward point, cover point, extra cover mid-off. Up comes Wedderburn to bowl to Khan, pitched up. Comes forward. Bat at an angle there, not coming straight. Playing it at an angle. It's Wedderburn. Bowl to Khan, comes up bowl. One pitched. Outside leg stump, spinning back at the left-hander. Taking on the pad, keeper Shane Ford fields no run. Field adjustment there again by Skipper Johnson. Man after mid-wicket boundary Ken Wright comes in. And he's going into a first slip. So it's a slip and a silly point. A backward point, cover, extra cover, mid-off on the offside. That's where the burn comes into bowl to Khan. Comes in bowl, flighted delivery, and the batsman is using his feet. And played it not with a lot of power. And Wedderburn fields. He's ready again as he comes into bowl. The Khan comes up, bowls. And he's driving this one, but straight to Ventura. Station up short, extra cover. Short is extra cover. And there's no run. Wedderburn again, bowl to Khan, comes up. Flighted and is down the leg, batsman sweeping, making contact, it beat Francis. It run 1, will come back for 2, no. Francis got rid of the ball quick. The process of getting back the ball in the air. It's not Francis, it's Dawkins. He got rid of it quick, and that changed the batsman thought of going for the second. So it's now 42. 42 without loss, Guyana. We're in the 13th over. For Stewart, right moves from slip and is on station on the deep mid-wicket fence. On the long on fence is Sean Riley. As up comes Wedderburn bowls short, forward, stroking it right back down to the bowler. End up over, good bowl in there by Wedderburn. 1 run from it. So after 13 over, Guyana is 42 without loss. Dawkins from the north comes up bowls. Batsman going across the line of this one, taking the inner part of the bat, and we get a single that goes to the right of umpire Dwyer. Sean angling does the feeling, so it's a single to Zahid Khan. The score goes to 43. 43 without loss, Guyana. Heavy going now. They have been pegged back by the spinners. Dawkins comes up the ball. Stewart bowls. Stewart is forward. Stroking it back to Neville Dawkins. He had the off spinner, former Jamaica off spinner Neville Hawkins. This is Neville Dawkins bowling short and is banging. That one is Stewart. Ventura comes off the cover boundary. Takes a single. It's 4-4 without loss. In the 60s, Neville Hawkins was a Jamaican off spinner in the Shell Shield tournament. But this is Neville Dawkins, the South Florida Classic, as he comes up on board. Saeed. He's forward, stroking it easily to skipper Mark Johnson. All right. Dawkins, Saeed comes up board. Good deliver there. Flatter, quicker. Batsman stands straight, plays it back. Dawkins. Dawkins, one of the few Jamaican player who didn't play first class cricket in Jamaica. Comes up and bowls. That's one is swing. Good shot there. The swing and has gone a long way. It's 4. It's 4 runs. That one was on the leg. Khan on his knee and swung that one over mid wicket. One bounce into the fence for 4. So the score has no. It's Kevin Wedderburn from the south. The ball into Stewart. So a sweep on the cover boundary now being employed. Skipper. Up comes Wedderburn bowls and it's down the leg side wide. Signal by umpire Dyer. Dyer also played cricket in Jamaica, so represent St. Catherine CC. So up comes Wedderburn to bowl to Stewart, flighted. Stewart is in behind it, stroking it back along the track to Wedderburn. Wedderburn out of Calabar from the Red Hills Road here on St. Andrew, comes up bowls. And he's swinging at it, appeal for LBW by Wedderburn and he's out LBW. Stewart is giving out LBW by umpire Dwyer. He swung across the line of that one. Confident appeal by the Jamaicans. And after considering it, umpire Dwyer raises his finger and Stewart goes LBW, bowl Wedderburn. The score is 48 for 1 in the 15th over. As Stewart seemed disappointed being given out LBW. But from our vantage point, we do not know exactly where he were positioned, but that looked fairly plumb from here. See Stewart there, not been pleased with giving out LBW. And it's a trend in the South Florida cricket here. Batsman being given out and, demonstrating with the umpires to say that, they don't think that they are out, and it's really bad for the cricket. We saw it happen in the Trinidad-India game where a bowler kicked the stump down. We saw it happen in the Jamaica Team USA game. Batsman was giving out LBW. Take a long time before he walked. You see skipper Mark Johnson be giving out run out and taking a time telling the umpire what happened. I think in cricket it's bad for the cricket here in South Florida. What's your take on it, Tucker?
You see, what is happening is a lot of spectators and including players would claim that the batsman is not out, which we can understand their views, but at the same time, if the umpire put his fingers up, which means that you're out, then you walk. That's the rule of the cricket.
And that, you know, being a gentleman game, that's how it should be played. But the players, this delivery is stroked up into the covers, no run straight to Davis. But you know, the players, no player tend to be out unless they are clean bowled. And even when they are clean bowled, we see it with Sean Riley, being out bowled and staying in his ground as if, well, what happened? You know, you've been a cricketer, you know when you're out from when you're not out. And even if you're not out and the umpire make the decision, you have to abide by the umpire's decision.
You see, this is why a lot of these guys not playing international cricket, because they would be charged by the ICC. Now they're not making no money by playing cricket, so it's like they can't be charged. But at the same time, I mean, they need to the association need to do something about it.
Yeah, Wedderburn comes up on balls, so the new batsman is driving outside the off stump beaten. Tempting delivery there by Wedderburn. Good over there by Wedderburn. And the score is 48 for 1 Guyana. They have lost out of short. LBW bowled by Wedderburn. So Guyana off 15 overs, 48 for 1.
Let me find out.
So it's Neville Dawkins from the north. Guyana have lost opener Nigel Stewart. He'll be bowling to Zahid Khan. Comes up, bowls. Khan is driving this one. Beats the man coming on from mid-off, that's Davis. They take 1, they will get 2. Bad feeling there by Davis. He came across a bit too casual there. Ball went through him and given the batsman the opportunity to come back for a second. So Guyana is now 50 for 1. The incoming batsman replacing Nigel Stewart is Azhar Hamid. He's a non-striker. As Dawkins comes up the ball to Zahid Khan, flight to delivery, and Khan is hitting this one in the air, just wide of Mark Johnson coming to his left. The batsman will take 2. No. Sent back there by Hamid is Khan. But that one is hit hoppish and just wide of skipper Mark Johnson. So it's 51 for 1. And Hamid will now take stride from Dawkins. Right-handed batsman. Jamaica is pegging back Guyana in their run chase as Dawkins bowls and Hamid is forward. Stopping it back to Dawkins, no run. Steady bowling by the Jamaican spinners. They have put the grips on as he comes in short and he's pulled. Pull this one forward, around comes Ventura, but can't prevent this one going into the mid-wicket fence. That one was short and the batsman pulled it between Ventura on the mid-wicket boundary and Francis on the deep square leg boundary. Neither could come across. And it's 4 there to him in. He's off the mark. It's 55 for 1 Guyana. Bad delivery. The first one there been bowled there by Dawkins. He bowls again to Hamid. This one is better. Pitched up. Hamid is forward. Dawkins is follow through. Picks up. No run. Neville Dawkins, right arm, half spinner. Comes in. The ball to Hamid. Bowls short and Hamid is pulling again. This one, will it go for 4? No, it won't. Francis come around with the backward square. So they're single to Hammond this time. So he moves to 5 at the end of 16 over.
56.
Scores 56 for 1. 56 for 1. Guyana in reply to 220. It's Kevin Wedderburn with Timuni. Picked up the lone wicket as he comes into ball to Hammond. Up comes Wedderburn balls. Wide deliver there. Signal wide by umpire there. 56 for 1. Guyana. As Wedderburn comes up the ball to Hammond balls. Wide again. This one spinning back though. Not signal wide by it there because that one spun back. There's no keeper Shane Ford standing up. That's Wedderburn comes up. Ball to Hammond, comes in ball, flighted, and I mean he's hitting this one. It's down to Riley at the deep mid-wicket boundary. Toss a good return back to keeper Shane Ford. It's a single there to Hammond. He moves to 6 and the score to 57. Wedderburn, Farmer, Calabar, Sunlight Cup player. Farmer USA representative. Right arm off spinner. Former Melbourne CC player. Wedderburn comes into ball to Khan. Come. Quicker deliver, flatter. That's when it's forward. Choking it back to Wedderburn. Wedderburn bowling his Jamaican cap. Up he comes between the umpire and the stump. Balls. Fly to this one. This one is hit by Khan. Beats the man at cover. We'll take 1. We'll come back for 2. As Riley field. Toss it back to Anglin. Bad piece of cricket there by the Jamaicans. And they'll get 3. Riley field the ball. Toss it back to Anglin. Anglin standing up. Didn't know what was happening. The ball was in front of him. He thought Riley had it. Give the batsman the opportunity to get 3. So 3 to Zahid Khan. The score goes to 60. 60 for 1. We're in the 17th over. I think Guyana need to press it on a bit here. They're falling way behind their required 5.5 asking rate. That's where the Wedderburn comes up on ball to Hammond. Hammond is forward. Good delivery there by Wedderburn. Hammond is forward. Wedderburn feels it on the onside. Turns at the top of his mark. You see some bowling change here. Back with a square. Square leg on the boundary has been introduced by skipper. There's a mid-wicket on the boundary, there's a long on the boundary, there's a mid-off on the boundary. 4 man is on the boundary. Wedderburn comes into bowl to Hammond. Comes up. Forward flight to delivery. Oh, good delivery there. That seemed to be the leg spinner.
That's a
Wedderburn. Batsman came forward. Not decisive in his footwork, not stroke play, and at the end, ball take the leading edge of the bat. No run. Good delivery there by Wedderburn to finish the over. Guyana is 60 for 1 at the end of the 17th over. The beginning of the 18th over is Dawkins the ball. The Khan down the leg side, tickled around. There's going to be 2 here, even 3. As Ken Wright gives chase, the batsman reach for 2, turn, and they're coming for the third as Wright picks up. Good running by the Guyanese, and that's 3 runs. One picks on the leg, and Khan tickled it fine. Ken Wright had to give chase from the slip, and it's 3 runs to Khan. The score goes to 63. We're in the 18th over. It brings the right-handed Hazar Hamin on strike. The Ken Wright being sent to a backward of square. So there's a point. cover. Now mid off on the boundary on the onside. You have a short fine leg. Back with a square on the boundary, mid wicket and long on the boundary. This one, it's forward. Stroking it back to Dawkins. Tries some football talent, which is lacking there by Dawkins. Anyhow, he comes up and bowl. It's forward again. It's back to him. Didn't use his foot this time.
Is this the Dawkins that used to play soccer for Jamaica?
No. I don't think this Dawkins could ever play soccer for Jamaica. He comes in, he plays cricket though, and bowls, and is cutting. We'll get a single. Angling. It's Riley. Moving in from point, couldn't prevent. Strong throw by Riley, but couldn't prevent the single. So went back and cut just to the left of Riley. Moves in fast, field cleanly, threw quickly, but the batsmen were safely through. It's now 64. 64 for 1. The 18th over. Neville Dawkins from the north. Ball to Khan. Bowls. This one is stroking it, wanting a single. It's turned back by Amin. As Anglin moves in from mid-wicket. Preventing the batsman from taking a quick single. Dawkins again to bowl to Khan. Comes up over flighted and Khan is hitting it straight to Anglin again. No run. End of the over by Dawkins. So after 18 over, Guyana in reply to 220, 64 for 1. Wedderburn from the south. He's bowling to Amin. Comes up. Bowls. Flighted delivery. Amin is swinging, taking the top edge. It's gone down to the back with a square. The batsman come back for 2. As right.
I think try again.
2 runs there to Hammond. It's Wellington who fielded that one as bowls. That one is back. Dark break spinning back. That's one is back cutting. Good piece of fielding there by Dawkins. Unlike Dawkins there. Not known for his athletic fielding. But good fielding there by Dawkins at a backward point. As Wedderburn comes up again. Bowls forward comes Amin. Good delivery by Wedderburn. Flatter delivery. That one is forward. Turns. Amin is not yet ready. Now is. As Wedderburn pulls to Amin. Short and flat, and the batsman is cutting, but cutting straight to backward point. Straight to Skipper Johnson. No run. Flatter delivery being bowled here by Wedderburn as he bowls short and is pulled. This will go away for 4.
Bad
ball, short
and
and pulled away by Amin. And it goes into the backward square for 4.
How are you?
Flighted delivery, the batsman is driving back along the wicket. Francis field. No run. Francis pause. Flighted again, the batsman is hitting straight and it's well taken there. They have lost sight of the ball, but the ball was well taken there by Wellington. So that's a 5th wicket for the young right arm leg spinner, Ronaldo Francis. Intelligent bowling, intelligent captaincy there by Mark Johnson. He utilizing the right arm leg spinner at a crucial point in the game, and he has paid dividends. He has taken 5 wickets. Yes, Francis comes up, bowls in the 11 batsman flighted ball, stroking off the pad, will get a single as it goes down to Davis coming in from long on. The batsman has asked the mark with a single. So it's 168 for 9. Another wicket in the over there for young Francis. He's picked up 5. Guyana 168 for 9. Roper comes up. So that one is pulling. That's gone away for 4. Shot inside the wicket and pull it through back of the square for 4. 172 for 9.
I didn't get time to call
Roper
back, but
comes up bowls.
Yeah.
Batsman is back and get a single here.
We tried to do it, but the time like
On the onside.
He's
He's a
I
single.
just put the camera on and that's it. Left it was fielding and the ball didn't
And this
even
one
cross
is
the
out.
wicket. I played a sharp ball didn't
Caught
cross
by
the wicket.
angling, so young
And we were-
Francis.
And we were running for
Francis
2 runs. And I suddenly see Young going 4 runs. I said,
has just picked up his 6th wicket. As Guyana is all out. As they fall short of Jamaica's 220 for 9. Young Francis, the star of the Jamaican innings here, as he picked up 6 wickets. Intelligent bowling, intelligent captaincy as well by Mark Johnson, as he introduced the young right arm leg spinner, the crucial point of the game, and he proved to be the trump card as he picked up 6 wickets, as the Jamaican players make their way off the field. Young Ronaldo Francis, the talk of the Jamaican team, as he picked up 6 wickets. He leads the Jamaican off the field. Good victory now by Jamaica. They are in sole leadership as they are 5-1. And India is 4-2. But intelligent piece of bowling by the 19-year-old right arm leg spinner, Ronaldo Francis. He came in at a crucial point in the game. At 7-8 runs off his first over. Had a man put down. Then for the rest of the game, he was averaging a wicket per over. So Jamaica will next face Pakistan. So here at the Bayan Piccolo Park, Jamaica defeating Guyana, as we say goodbye from TVN, Tucker Video Network.
And as you can see, I just turned around the opposite way. We got a game going on back here also. A team from New York playing against Broward from right here in South Florida. You got some players on the team like Fort Bacchus. You got Clayton Lambert. You got quite a few past representative from Guyana. As you can see down there is Lambert at the striking end, facing right now. Plays that one in the covers, and they'll get a single. Just to give you a brief of what was happening today, you got 2 games going on right here at Bayan Piccolo Park.
Like to deliver the batsman is driving back along the wicket. Francis field. Alright. Francis pause. Like it again, the batsman is hitting straight and it's well taken there. They have lost sight of the ball, but the ball was well taken there by Wellington. So that's a 5th wicket for the young right arm leg spinner, Ronaldo Francis. Intelligent bowling, intelligent captaincy there by Mark Johnson. He utilizing the right arm leg spin at a crucial point in the game, and he has paid dividends. He has taken 5 wickets. Yes, Francis comes up, bowls in number 11 batsman fighted ball, stroking off the pad, will get a single as it goes down to Davis coming in from long on. The batsman has asked the mark with a single. So it's 168 for 9. Another wicket in the over there for young Francis. He's picked up 5. Guyana 168 for 9. Roper comes up. So batsman is pulling. That's gone away for 4. Shot inside the wicket and pull it through back of the square for 4. 172 for 9.
I didn't get time to call
Roper
back, but
comes up bowls. That's one is back and get a single here.
We tried to do it by the time like
On the onside. He's a
I just
single.
put the camera on and that's it. Left it was fielding and the ball didn't
And this
even
one is
cross
out.
the I played a sharp ball didn't
Caught
cross
by
the
angling. So young Francis.
And we were
Young
running for 2
Francis.
runs. And I suddenly see Young going 4 runs. I said,
Has just picked up his 6th wicket. As Guyana is all out. As they fall short of Jamaica as 220 for 9. Young Francis, the star of the Jamaican innings here, as he picked up 6 wickets. Intelligent bowling, intelligent captaincy as well by Mark Johnson. As he introduced the young right arm leg spinner, the crucial point of the game. And he proved to be the trump card as he picked up 6 wickets. As the Jamaican players make their way off the field. Young Ronaldo Francis, the talk of the Jamaican team, as he picked up 6 wickets. He leads the Jamaican off the field. Good victory now by Jamaica. They are in sole leadership as they are 5-1. And India is 4-2. But intelligent piece of bowling by the 19-year-old right arm leg spinner, Ronaldo Francis. He came in at a crucial point in the game. At 7-8 runs off his first over. Had a man put down. Then for the rest of the game, he was averaging a wicket per over. So Jamaica will next face Pakistan. So here at the Bayan Piccolo Park, Jamaica defeating Guyana. As we say goodbye from TVN, Tucker Video Network.
And as you can see, I just turned around the opposite way. We got a game going on back here also. A team from New York playing against Broward from right here in South Florida. You got some players on the team like Fort Bacchus. You got Clayton Lambert. Got quite a few past representative from Guyana. As you can see down there is Lambert at the striking end, facing right now. Play that one in the covers, and they'll get a single. Just to give you a brief of what was happening today, you got 2 games going on right here at Bayan Piccolo Park.